All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of What's What BR. We have Bryan Kiser today with us from Valor Gymnastics. How's it going, Bryan, man?
It's going good, and it's a great start to the new year. Looks like things are being favorable to staying open and keeping things moving. So we're happy. We're happy here at Valor.
That's good to hear. New year, new rules, kind of a little bit of new everything. I keep talking about it. I'm like, just send me the new rules. Let me know how I need to play, and
Let me know
we'll
what's
play.
going on. Yeah, and they change sometimes day to day, hour to hour. We just keep plugging away. Whatever they send, we read through it, we figure it out, and we move forward. So it is what it
That's
is.
funny. Funny you mention that. I was talking with somebody the other day. All these things we've been talking about for a year. They we really don't have rules that are sent down. It's like, hey, here's some guidelines. Here's some things that you should probably consider and do, but we're going to make you do it. But you got to figure out what exactly to do. You need to interpret this.
Yes, and
It's
then everyone thinks that because they suggested these things, then those are laws, and that we have to follow all of them. And I'm like, it's impossible. Like
yeah,
it's impossible. You would never do anything in your day. Like your whole day would be consumed with just suggested activities.
that's I've been describing kind of my schedule. A lot of people, say they're busy. I've coined the phrase from someone gave it to me. I forget who, but it's like feel like I'm kind of juggling water, at this point. So
That's a good way to put it. I think
so
Matt and I can we can agree. We're with you right there in that same clown show, juggling the water. Yes.
exactly. So look, a little bit for anybody who doesn't know, what's your Valor Gymnastics? Tell us a little bit about what's going on. I got a couple things I want to run down. We'll hit for anybody who's just doesn't have much time, but you want to know. We're going to be getting into. We've got summer camps, we've got enrichment camps, we've got a school as well. So stick around for the whole show, but. A little bit of a little bit about your background. How did you get into this? How what's happening over at Valor for anybody who
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
know.
well, I'm new to Baton Rouge. I guess I'm still new. I've been here a year, but part of that time has been under our pandemic. Well, most of that time, I was here like 6 months before we started pandemicing,
I
and
think
so
it works like dog years. So you don't count 1 year. It's kind of like you get to count 2020 as 7 years.
okay. So
Because you've been through.
now I'm just a native, right? Because I've dog years it. Okay. So anyway, I came over from Houston. I've been doing gymnastics myself. I was in gymnastics when I was 4. Made it all the way to the elite level. Then I've been coaching since I was 14, and I'm really old now, so we just won't go into that. But yeah, I came over because there was an opportunity to buy this gym here and turn it around and bring it back to being the premier gymnastics training center in Baton Rouge. So, all new staff, all new equipment, redid the whole facility, added a number of things that weren't here before, got it really clean. That was one of the big comments that I read when I came over and took over the gym, is that it wasn't exactly clean. It's clean to the point where there's not even the common dirty sock smell that all gymnastics gyms have. We found a way to pretty much eliminate that. So anyways, we have programs from 18 months all the way to 18 years old, competitive, recreational, tumbling for cheerleaders. Y'all cheerleaders out there, we got tumbling classes. I learned how to do those front handsprings, back handsprings, back flips, everything you need to do there. So it's been a good journey so far, but yeah, we're looking forward to Martin Luther King camp. That's coming up, the 18th. So that'll be a good one. Then we got Mardi Gras camp in February. I believe that's February, right, Haley? Yes, February. Then spring break camp right up to that. And then the big one. And you mentioned it, summer camp. Then I'm really looking forward to a great summer camp. We did it last year, even under the restrictions, and it was awesome. All the parent feedback that we got, we did a really good job. Staff did an outstanding job. It was a lot of fun for the kids. Your daughter came over, your kiddos came over and enjoyed several days and weeks
Absolutely.
of camp, and it was a good time. So, anyways, we're looking forward to all those things. But that's what we do. We do gymnastics and gymnastics related things like the tumbling for cheerleading. And that's what we do here. We have a good time with it.
It's a lot more, like we talked about. But if we dive into that, and pin in that for a second, the number one, I think everybody's asking, we mentioned that summer camp happened last, year we went through it.
Right.
This year, I think, for anybody, we're recording right now, it's January 14th to date the show, but everybody's kind of figuring it out right now. I think there's a lot of phone calls flying. There's a lot of guidance, that's being written. Everybody's trying to it's back into that juggling water. But the consensus that I'm hearing from everyone is camp's happening. We're just going to figure out, how it's going to happen,
Well,
at this point.
Brandon, interesting to that in the chatter, we came back on Monday the 4th. We had the New Year's and the Christmas and the New Year's, and we started back the official New Year schedule with the rec classes and going back to the regular team schedule and all that. And that morning of the 4th, the first phone call we got was from a parent that did camp last summer, wanting to make sure that we were doing camp this summer and when she could enroll. So that was the first, that kicked off our year. In fact, at that point, Haley knew that all the marketing that we had put out, that's all for summer camp. And she's like, summer camp in January? I was like, the parents are going to start signing up right now. This is how it works. And proved me right, because they called. I think we ended the day with like 3 phone calls just about summer camp.
Yes, I think it's so important. We've lived through all this stuff. It's been, crazy times and everything. And actually, you and I participated with, we did a bunch of webinars last year with the chamber, and Adam Knapp and his team, would jump on. We were talking about how it's important. People have got to get to work, and childcare during the summer is a big deal. And so we need to figure out kind of how that's going to work.
And doing it affordably, because the daycare, if you go to the daycare, that's a little bit more expensive. And so we found a way to do it very affordably for the parents, and even provide lunch and stuff, and keep it at a rate which is, within most people's budget. So that was a good thing. Most of the parents were very appreciative of the efforts and the things that we did. And I guess that the phone call on the 4th just proves that we must have done something right, because that was really important that someone called and made sure we were going to be hosting the camp and doing everything for the kids, because, they've been doing virtual school. They've been sitting. Some people didn't do Thanksgiving. Some people didn't do Christmas and anything. They just, with their own close family that's here, they didn't go outside anywhere. New Year's, same way. So they're looking for the kids to have some kind of interaction in a safe way, and also to get some energy out in a safe way. So, yeah, we're looking forward to providing that.
So tell me, is it most of people I've talked to were, like I said, saying, yeah, we're doing summer camp, but we're still kind of having to work logistics. Are you taking registration even at this point? Or is it like we're having it, but we're working some of the pieces,
I think the registration will go live. I think Jennifer Nettles, the admin, will have it up into the week, first of next week, and we'll go live with that. So yeah, we're moving forward. We didn't want to confuse people, is why we're kind of delaying the opening of that, because we do have MLK camp, then we have Mardi Gras camp, then we have spring break and Easter camp. So, there's a lot of camps before we get to the summer. So we wanted to not confuse people with too many things up on the list. Just because the software lists them out, you can get on there and just be like, okay, which one am I doing? So we've kind of made sure we just put them up in increments. But the summer camp, the full schedule, full enrollment will be up into the week, first of next week. And I think all the advertising comes out too. So that'll be good. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, tell me, while we're in the vein of camps, you had mentioned to me a little bit before we jumped in here on this, which I think is really cool, for parents that are having to deal with, the kids are virtual. You guys have an enrichment camp that's running.
Yes, and
this is exciting.
The enrichment camp has been, I think, a godsend to some of the parents that have taken advantage of it. Basically, it was the same fee as summer camp was. I think the base fee was like $175 a week. But the kids come, and I have a certified teacher, Louisiana's teaching certificate certified teacher that's here. And I got another teacher that was a substitute teacher that helps out, but she's also an accountant, so that helps with the math and science and those things. But the kids come and they do school, whatever school they're virtually going to right now. It doesn't matter. They come and they do school, and they get to interact a little bit with the other kids that are here doing the regular homeschool program. And then they have 2 hours every day of gymnastics. They do different gymnastics, and it doesn't matter what level they are. It's all general gymnastics. We did have one of the kids that started in the enrichment camp. Now she's in the regular homeschool program, and she's even on the team now because she liked it so much that she wanted to do that. And so she's working towards competing next year. She had never done gymnastics before, like never done any gymnastics whatsoever. And through the program, over the first semester there, she worked her way up to be working the level 1, level 2 team program, and she's doing real well. She's excited. Mom and Dad couldn't be happier because she's doing well in school. She's doing well in the gym, and she's trimmed down, shaped up, and it's doing wonderful things for the kids. But we have that, and it's open to the public. It's not like you have to be certain membership or whatever. And like I said, it's affordable. So, yeah. Mom and dad don't want to be school teacher. You'd rather be mom and dad. Here's an opportunity to go back to doing that. It'll also allow you to get some work done because, like you said, you tried to school for one day and you were like, It's a lot. It's a lot when you're trying to do school with the kids and then you're trying to do work. It's a lot. So this is a good opportunity. It's called enrichment camp. It's just like a day camp where they do their school activities first and then they do gymnastics. So. Yeah.
Amazing, simple, and makes me not be a teacher. So that's what counts.
Mom and dad doesn't need to be the teacher,
So if we progress from there, the next is, you'd mentioned it, but you've got an actual school program, right?
Yeah, we have a homeschool program. We use the Celis Academy homeschool program. The kids are scholarship through our group. So it's affordable. It includes the school, and then it includes gymnastics. And those kids that are in the actual school program, depending on what levels they are, they'll do the same 2 hours a day of gymnastics, or if they're in the team program, then they do 4 hours a day. And they're training specific, for the team. So we do. There's a lot of conditioning and other things that go into gymnastics training. That's not just all on the equipment doing quote unquote gymnastics. Some of it is running and skipping and hopping and all of the mass motor movement skills that you have to develop. They help you in any sport. It doesn't matter which. If maybe you don't want to do gymnastics, you just want to come for the school and you want to do this, and then in the afternoon you're going to play ball. It just works, and it's proven that that's just good for the kids. So yeah, we have the whole school here, and the kids love it. Parents are loving it.
Awesome. So a lot more than just a regular gym. The kids are getting dropped off at 3:30, 3:45 for a 45-minute class, and then moving on.
The parents of the team, we've had more kids join because they figured out that if they're getting their athlete here at 3:30, 4 o'clock, then they're picking their athlete up at 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then by the time they get home, they have no family time. Throughout the week, they have no family time. So they switched to the homeschool program, and then they knocked out school and gym, and dad picks them up on the way home from work, and they have a normal life of whatever the family's doing every evening. So they're always together for dinner and other activities the family might want to do. And it makes more sense. It's just a much more sensible program, especially if the kids are really into gymnastics and they want to progress and compete and move up the levels and the ranks and try to compete, in the region or on national stage. It's just a better program for them.
So tell me, where are you guys located at?
What's that?
Where are you guys located?
8321 Bluebonnet, right across from Route 61.
Okay.
What is that other thing? It's Brock, right? Is it Brock? Is that what it is?
Brock, yeah.
Brock. We're right across from Brock, too. Just down, the
Brock.
post office is down. Then across the street is Brock and Route 61.
And you got, I think Brewbacher's is right down there.
Yeah, we got Brewbacher's on the other side. That's correct. Go Tech and then Brewbacher's. So
not far away, easy to get to.
Oh yeah, Sherman and Balhoff is share parking lot with Sherman and Balhoff. We're good partners with them. They let us use their parking. I let them use mine during the day. So yeah, we're right next to them also, so people know them.
That'll work. And all of these classes and everything, is open to everybody. You're not have to be a membership to the gym, right? It's that kind of becomes your membership, I guess you'd say. Right?
Yeah, you enroll, and there's an enrollment fee and all that stuff. Normal things for any of the activities, but there's nothing special that you have to do. There's no contracts. It's 30 days. You can cut it out. 30-day notice, and you're good to go. But the kids are having a great time. And the biggest thing, Brandon, is we haven't seen, knock on wood, we haven't seen and we haven't had, and we're not hoping to have any major things with the pandemic virus and all this stuff happening here in the gym. Now we've had a couple of students that have, parents tested positive, the kids, whatever, but on the, big picture, the big scale, we haven't had any of that. So we're doing a really good job of keeping the facility really, really clean. The kids don't wear the masks while they're doing gymnastics, but we ask everyone to wear them when they come in and out. We have hand sanitizer throughout the whole facility like mad. I think I should probably own stock in some of the hand sanitizer companies and the hand soap companies, because we go through hand soap like nobody's business. So we're doing a really good job with all that stuff. So parents can feel good, and they can come out and they can feel good that we're watching out, we're doing, the right things and doing the best we can. Are we always perfect? No way. And it's impossible, but we're always putting our best foot forward, and I'm real quick to correct the ship, right the ship, however you want to say it, if people feel we're going down a bad path. So, people can feel good about having their kids come here and just learn some gymnastics, let loose some energy, and have a good time being a kid.
Yeah. And I'd point out, I've been there, and like you said, my kids kind of went in, last year. I'd say you're the hands-on guy. You're running around on a day-to-day, not sitting back in an office, hiding, and, from an ownership kind of working that level, that's kind of right in the mix. You can see yourself running around through there. So I think that's important. People know you're there, you're seeing it, eyes on everything.
Yep. And my door is always open to all the clients. And I'm always here to talk. They can't get me when I'm in the office. My staff will give out my phone number, and I'm always available to talk to them. So
awesome.
That makes a difference.
Well, we'll do what we can to get some people to get in touch with you. I appreciate you taking some time. I know there's a million things to do, and as I always say, you've got more important things to do than sit around and talk to me. So
these are always good. I did the original ones with you, and those were awesome while we were closed down. So really glad to be back and do this one now that we're back opened up, and we're looking forward to, it's like you said, new things, new year, a whole new ball game, but we're looking big time forward to the summer and all the activities we're going to do there. And you're a big part of that, because you've got some things coming up that's going to help facilitate that amongst all of us that run camps. And that's really important. And we all, I know from speaking for everybody, we all thank you for putting these together and letting us have a platform to kind of get our message out. So I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, look, I appreciate the time. We'll get this out, and once we know more, we'll have you come back on and tell us, when we can get some definitive, actually, when things start, when things can register. What is it going to look like? Because like we all know, it changes by the day.
By the day, yes, sometimes by the hour. So
it's
all
just
good.
like the weather. If you don't like the weather in Louisiana, wait 5 minutes, it'll change.
Wait 5 minutes.
So, all right, man. Well, you have a great day. I appreciate you taking some time. We'll talk soon.
Will do. Thanks, Brandon.